Hello friends, and welcome to yet another speed build in The Sims 4, and welcome to the tiny tree pods. I really wanted to create a space that a family could move into quite easily, but I wanted to do it with a little bit of difference, a little bit of flair, and I wanted to create a treetop living mini house, and that is what I've done, my loves. I have made a tree house. So this, as I said, is called the Tiny Tree Pods. So it houses a double bedroom, a single bedroom, a big living space which comprises of a dining area, kitchen and living room, and it's also got an outside deck as well with another kind of dining area and places for your Sims to exercise, the kids to play. And down on the ground floor there is more places for the kids to play, but also an area where your Sims can grow their own produce. So in my head, the family that we're moving in here were very self-sufficient. They bought this piece of land, decided that they didn't want to kind of tarnish it with something that would stick out a mile off. So I wanted to build it up into the treetops, using those windows as well from the what is that bloody pack called? The magic pack. You know what one I mean. Yeah, they came with that pack. And they fit really nicely. In the beginning, I had the concrete kind of edge on the outside and it just looked a little bit weird. So I just faced them on the inside and yeah, looked good. It was a little bit of configuration issues with this while I was sort of building around it. No issues really. It's just me trying to make the best space possible. So this is a small home. It is a maximum of 100 tiles. You can see I only had like 3 left at the minute. I had 97. So what I did is I extended one of the bathroom. What I did is extend one of the bedroom pods, and it made it easier and more accessible to put a double bed in. So I thought, because when I went in to test this, make sure I player tested it, the bed wasn't working properly and I had to shuffle it around. So I kept the old footage of the double bedroom in here, but I actually go ahead off camera and completely rearrange the whole bedroom around, just so the Sims can use it. So as always with my builds, I do player test them and it is working lovely. It is working very nice. I wanted to get as much natural light in this place as possible. So you can see I've done a big kind of L shape of skylights. Those skylights in particular are from the Island Living expansion pack. And yeah, I really love them. They just bring so much into the build, especially light-wise. And yeah, that's where we went with it. That is where we went with it, my friends. Lots of landscaping with this place as well. As always, I tend to delve into the debug landscape. And I wanted to make this place really sit into this actual lot itself. So I do ground it in with these sort of really lovely bushes. And I've had people ask me, where is this bush? And I'm from that one that you used from debug. And I was like, it's in debug somewhere. I have no idea where it is. The debug menu is a hot mess. I wish we had some sort of like folder system in The Sims 4 just to make things a lot easier to go and search through, and you can put your favorites into folders and stuff. Hopefully something that will be coming with Sims 5, because that is a much needed necessity, especially for a builder. I don't know about you guys. I do not know about you guys. How are you all anyway? I hope you're doing well. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. It's been raining loads in Devon in the UK these past couple of days. Yesterday I went out for a Sunday roast with my significant other, or my boyfriend. I got someone telling me off for calling my boyfriend my partner. He kind of is my partner. I'm not kind of sort of censor the fact that we are huge homosexuals. I do know that it is 2020 and you can refer to anybody however the fuck you may wish. Let's leave that there. But yeah, we went out for a Sunday roast, took the dog for a walk. It was really nice. It was really nice and chilled. Really nice chilled Sunday. Sundays are one of my favourite days. They really are. Because it gives you an excuse to not do much at all. Even though, as we speak, it is 3:20 in the afternoon and I am still in my dressing gown. You heard that right. I have not showered and I am still in my dressing gown because I've been trying to get this video out. So I just thought, bugger it. It's raining outside. I'm going to be cozy, and that's exactly where we're going with it. But I'm not going to be all lazy. I'm going to, once this video is rendering, I'm going to do a nice hour of yoga, and I'm going to go out for a run today as well. Considering the weather's not raining at the minute, I'm going to go out for a run as well. Why not? Why not? When the weather's right, get out there and exercise, my friends. But yeah, with this actual house itself, I didn't want it necessarily to make it look like it's built on the trees, even though it does. I wanted it to be kind of this platform aspect. So you can see I'm using a lot of the pillars, and I'm pulling the pillars up to kind of hold up the platforms at the top. And I'm using these core balls underneath of the house just to add some structure to it. I'm not an architect. I do not know any kind of structure science or whatever you may call it, architects out there. But I like my builds to look realistic. So in my head, they're going to need some kind of support system. So that is exactly what I was doing with these core balls. It was a little bit difficult. You can see what I'm trying to do now around this big platform area, because I was trying to house all of the core balls on the right areas. And I end up going down to the sort of like first floor as well. Just to put the core balls in, like kind of in the middle section as well. Just to, again, give a bit of structure. Give a bit of structure, my friends. It's all very good. It's very good. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And so I say this all the time. But player testing this lot, I had so much fun. I had so much fun playing in this lot. I'm saying it like that because I just feel like I'm repeating myself in every video. But I did. I won't lie to you. I had a lot of bloody fun playing with this. And hopefully you will too. As always with this little mini series that I've done, this is the last one of the tiny house builds. Not to say that I will not be building tiny houses in the future. But I've met all the criteria and categories for these tiny homes now. And yeah, I've got them. So we've got a micro home, we've got a tiny home, and now we've got a small home. So let me know how you get on with it. I'd be really interested to see what Sims move into this place. But yeah, and my Sims are, I've made them very, obviously they're going to love the outdoors. Made them vegetarians as well, including the child. And I can't remember what the other ones are. I think I made one creative, the female, because she's the painter of the lot. I have leveled up all their gardening skills and whatnot, just to make this lot make them make full use of this lot. That was where I was trying to go with that. But yeah, and as you can see now, I'm terrain painting, and I spent a lot of time terrain painting this lot. I wanted it to look very nice indeed. Saved my game. Came back to it today just to finish off the last bits, and every single fucking bit of my terrain paints were nowhere to be seen, so I had to go through the whole lot again and terrain paint the tits off of it, and I was not happy. I don't know how this bug is still in the game, but it is. So that's fun. Really, really love. So if you do down the start and the terrain paints are gone, blame the Sims 4 team and not me, because this bug is still in the game in 2020. What a lovely bug. What a lovely bug. I've really enjoyed using this terrain paint that I'm using now. And what I did is I mixed it with a rock, well, you'll see me do it now. I mix it with this rock bit and it just blends in so perfectly and kind of makes it look I make it look a little bit sort of rough around the edges, and it just makes it look a little bit more realistic, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I really did. But yeah, the one thing that really I found difficult with this lot was I usually put sprinklers down. If there's a load of plants that your Sims needs to water and stuff, I usually put sprinklers down. I think the sprinklers came with the, I can't remember what it was called. It was the backyard pack, maybe? I'm probably completely wrong on that, but we're doing it now anyway. But the sprinklers weren't watering all the plants that's needed, so there is about 6 sprinklers going on, so probably not the most self-sustainable place for water wastage, but we can just say that they put them on in the morning for an hour, and not even that, like half an hour, just to get the plants moist. But yeah, I was putting them down and they just weren't watering all the plants that's needed, because I think it's like a 9 tile wide radius of what the sprinkler can do. So this was just a weird layout to try and get all of the plants watered in unison, and it was a bit difficult, but anyway, hey ho, I had fun. I had fun. I really did. Now, as I said to you guys, I will be recording some Let's Build Newcrest series. I will bring out one this week. But I am actually going away. I'm going away this weekend with a friend. I can't speak too much on it, but I'm going away with a friend, and we're going to have a laugh. So I will be away this weekend. So it may be a little bit limiting on videos this week. My apologies, but as always, as I always say, life does come first, and so does friends and family. So you guys might have to hold up for the next couple of Let's Build Newcrests next week. That was the hard thing to say there. So yeah, just pre-warning you guys, I will not be around from Friday, and I'm probably not going to be back until about Tuesday. So just letting you guys know out there, in case you're wondering where the tits I've gone, and that is where I've gone. But yeah, this is the living area now. So the living, kitchen and mini dining area. I really enjoy the layout of this place. I love the views from this pod at the top, because it's like up in the canopies and you can see the sofa is facing right out all the way over into the ocean. And I absolutely love that. What I will say is I had to change the configuration of the kitchen. You can see I put down that little waterfall edged kitchen counter. That was a long thing to say as well. But I had to change everything around a little bit, because main reasons being I just didn't feel the space was great. I actually put everything moves around in just a sec anyway, because I realized I need a sink and a workspace for the sim to be able to do that, to cook on. And yeah, I have to change it around. I'm very sorry about it, but I had to change it around. And yeah, while I was watching this, I love watching like van life YouTube channels. So people that kind of live in their vans and sort of travel around the world and stuff. I really enjoy watching them. And I was watching a channel called Eamon and Beck. I don't know if anybody else there watches Eamon and Beck. As always, as soon as I mention something, I will leave a link down below in the description box. They're just a really cool couple, really cool Canadian couple. And they live in a converted Mercedes Sprinter, and they travel around the world. And it just looks like the dream life. I could happily live in a van. I really could. My best friend has got a van, and she is currently converting a Sprinter into a home, which she will be living in within the next few years, I would say. So she's going to be off on her adventures, and I'm very jealous about it. But yeah, I actually had to extend the kitchen counters out as well, because of the edge, the waterfall edge. I thought the Sims could cook on them, but no. Don't know why, because it's completely free and enough space for your Sims to be able to cook on. They decided that they couldn't, so I had to extend that edge out and get rid of the waterfall edge, which was a shame, but it doesn't matter. And I also put a bin in as well. I did that off of camera, and that goes right onto the edge of the counter too. So, and I'm really enjoying using that kind of bar stool glass table, which came with the tiny living stuff pack. Yeah, loved it. And again, this space above it, it's got all the skylights as well. So the light is just amazing, especially when you're sat on the sofa. I kind of went into first person mode just to see what the sim was seeing while they were sat on the sofa. And yeah, you can see right out the skylights, plus right ahead of you over to the ocean. Now, there's no TV on this lot. I didn't think it was necessary. There's a couple of computers. And I also put like an Alexa, or the Sims version of an Alexa, in for, some entertainment purposes, some music while you're cooking or whatnot. And the Sims seem to make full use of it, which is very, very good. But yeah, I just love the layout of it in here. I love how it flows through, and I love how the kind of big circle windows, I don't know, they almost add a nautical feel to the build, even though I didn't want to necessarily go for a nautical kind of color scheme or anything, or make it really abrupt like it is nautical, because it is in the trees. It just pays respect to it. We'll leave it as that. It just pays respect to it, and I enjoy it. I do. Now, I've got other plans in my head as well for some more speed builds coming up in the future. Next, I won't spoil it for you, but I do want to build something that I know in real life. I'm going to go over some of the things as well that people have been asking. I know a few of you have been asking, am I going to do any more story build videos? And yes, the answer is yes. I'm definitely not going to let that series go because I enjoy creating it. What I'll probably do is make a start on one next week when I get back from where I'm going. I'll make a start on that, and yeah, it'd be cool. I'm not going to spoil it. And also speed builds. I've got a real cool idea for a mansion as well. I haven't built a mansion in The Sims 4 in quite some time, and I've got a really cool idea for a mansion coming up. So look out for that speed build in the future as well. It'll probably take me about 3 years to do, but it will be worth it, I promise. So we're out onto the decking area. You can see I've already used that glass table, and I used it with these director chairs. Main reasons being I liked the comfort that they look like. Those director chairs look really comfy, but I also like the way that the legs cross over. It kind of pays respect to the shape of the table. You can see they've both got like crosses on it. I really enjoyed that they kind of look like a set then, even though they are made out of completely different materials. And yeah, enjoyed it. I put a little kids creativity like activity table out on the deck for the kid to come out and yeah, do whatever they may need. And also like a little yoga area, which is what I'm doing here. And then I put an easel up in the corner, just so for the female sim to come out and make her art and yeah, get some money together. I wanted these parents to kind of work from home as well. So I leveled up the male in handiness, and he makes amazing pieces of furniture, sells his furniture online. I just liked the story that came with this build. It was very nice indeed. And I use these little like candle lanterns all the way around on the walkways just so they can see where they're bloody going. That is very important. Now this is the children's bedroom. So you can see it's a fairly decent size. It's a 3x3 cube. Had everything that the kid could need in here as well. I even put a little laptop in here for the kids, for the sim to use. And this was the room that I thought I was going to struggle with coming to playtest it. I was like, oh, I don't know if the sim's going to be able to use everything in here because of how compact it is. But he used everything in here, no worries. It was the double bedroom that I had problems with. Yep, I had problems with the double bedroom. But you'll see that in the video tour at the end anyway, so don't you worry your heads on it, my friends. You will see all of these little cheeky rooms in the video tour at the end. But yeah, I as I said, I really enjoyed building this lot. I always enjoy building anyway, but this one in particular, I don't know what it was. I just had a story. I had a sim like family in my head for this lot, and also a story kind of involved with it as well. And that is always the best way to build, my friends. Make some sims, get a story behind it, and then go ahead and build, and you'll find that the building comes a lot easier. It really does. It really does. But yeah, you can see it's quite a tight space. I was like, oh, I don't know if they're going to be able to use it. But he can walk around there, everything. I didn't have to change one thing in this room. It was easily workable, and I'm all for that. I am very much all for it. Now this one, by the way, so this is a 3x4 room. I was struggling with furniture for a start because I knew I was going to want a double bed. I ended up getting rid of I don't use the tiny living dresser. Main reasons being, as I knew what would happen is the swatches just don't match anything. The swatches for the tiny living stuff just, I'm not a fan of them whatsoever. The woods are like too light and too orange and too warm. And I know a few people out there really like it, but that's just my opinion. They don't fit with a lot of the furnitures in game. So you can basically ignore what I'm doing in this room right now, because this does change around, but still keeping in with the same aesthetics. So yeah, that's about it, my darlings. I've waffled on for long enough, and I can barely talk today. So yeah, as I said, I will see you this week at some point for Let's Build New Crest. But other than that, I'm going to be taking a few days off, and I will see you all again next week, bright and early, on the DevonBumpkin channel. Goodbye, my friends.